They call it La Dolce Vita at Sea, an Italian floating city promising luxury, laughter, and the romance of the Mediterranean. But what happens when you actually live on it for a week? This is the Costa Toscana, a ship that claims to blend the charm of Tuscany with the thrill of modern cruising. It's massive, it's beautiful, and it's bursting with personality. Yet behind the glossy brochures and Instagram-perfect sunsets, there's a reality few people discuss. In the next few minutes, I'll take you through the full Costa Toscana experience. Not the one from the ads, but the one real travelers live. From the moment you board to the last chaotic morning of disembarkation, this is everything that's really waiting for you on one of Europe's most talked-about cruise ships. So, before you book your dream cruise, take a seat, because this isn't just another travel vlog. It's a story of crowds, chaos, incredible views, and moments that might surprise you. This is the truth about Costa Toscana, the full cruise experience. The experience begins the moment you arrive at the port. From a distance, Costa Toscana doesn't just look like a cruise ship. It resembles a floating metropolis, a 19-deck glass and steel sculpture that carries over 6,000 passengers. Embarkation is organized, but patience is essential. Hundreds of people line up with suitcases, passports, and excitement. There's an energy in the air, anticipation mixed with mild confusion. Staff try their best to keep the flow moving, but it's clear that this isn't a quiet luxury cruise. It's an Italian festival at sea. Once inside, everything changes. The noise fades. The first view of the grand atrium, with its golden tones, marble-style floors, and sleek modern architecture, is breathtaking. It feels more like a five-star hotel lobby in Florence than the inside of a ship. You start to notice the details, the artwork inspired by Tuscany, the warm lighting, the glass elevators gliding up and down. And for a moment, you forget the crowds. Then comes your cabin, compact, polished, and tastefully modern. The bed is neatly made, and the balcony doors open to endless blue horizons. But as you unpack, you realize storage is limited. There's barely room for large luggage, and some cabins even lack a refrigerator. Small details, but ones that matter when this floating city becomes your home for a week. The safety drill is efficient, though crowded. And as the engines hum and the ship slowly pulls away from port, you finally understand why people fall in love with cruising. The coastline drifts away, the sky glows orange, and the promise of a week at sea begins. At this point, Costa Toscana feels flawless. But first impressions can be deceiving. Once at sea, the ship reveals its true personality. Costa Toscana isn't just transportation. It's a city that never sleeps. Each morning begins with the buffet breakfast. Endless trays of croissants, omelets, fresh fruit, and coffee machines hissing non-stop. It's impressive and overwhelming. Finding a table can feel like a small adventure, especially when you're sharing breakfast space with thousands of hungry travelers. The food? Good, but not extraordinary. The pastries are fresh, the pasta is comforting, and there's always a variety. Yet after a few days, repetition sneaks in. Some dishes shine, others taste mass-produced. Then there's the crowd, a blend of languages, cultures, and moods. Italian, Spanish, French, German, English, all mixing in a lively, chaotic symphony. Announcements echo in multiple languages. The ship feels like a European carnival drifting on water. During the day, the decks are alive. The main pool becomes the heart of the ship. Loud music, families laughing, cocktails flowing. If you prefer calm, the infinity deck or the promenade offers peace, waves splashing beside you as you walk the endless curve of Deck 8. Inside, there's something for everyone. The Colosseo, the ship's central entertainment hub, is a marvel of design. Massive LED screens surround a circular stage that hosts everything from acrobatics to live bands. At night, it transforms into a glowing amphitheater of color and sound. But beyond the glamour, small frustrations appear. Elevators are often packed. Lines form at bars and restaurants. Staff do their best. Many are kind, hard-working, and cheerful. But with thousands of passengers, service sometimes struggles to keep up. Still, the magic moments return unexpectedly. An afternoon cappuccino with ocean views. A stroll at sunset, a live violinist playing in the atrium. This ship isn't about perfection. It's about atmosphere. The Italian spirit isn't in flawless service. It's in energy, warmth, and passion. And Costa Toscana delivers plenty of that. By midweek, you start to understand its rhythm. Late breakfasts, long lunches, afternoon naps, then evenings that stretch into the early hours of the night. Because once the sun sets, the ship transforms completely. The bars light up, DJs take over, and laughter fills every corridor. There's the Aperol Spritz bar, where groups toast to friendship. The Heineken Club, where the music thunders. The rooftop pool becomes a dance floor beneath the stars. It's not quiet, but it's alive. And for many, that's exactly the point. Food is at the heart of any cruise, and Costa Toscana wears its Italian identity proudly. Every meal feels like a celebration. Pasta, pizza, risotto, espresso, each bite trying to echo the flavors of Tuscany. The main dining rooms are elegant, each one themed after Italian regions. The menu changes daily, mixing regional dishes with international comfort food. Some nights you'll taste perfectly cooked seafood with lemon butter. Other nights, slightly dry chicken or average desserts. Consistency isn't the ship's strongest point, but the passion in presentation is undeniable. Specialty restaurants raise the game. The Archipelago restaurant, designed by chef Bruno Barbieri, offers multi-course fine dining with eco-friendly flair. Dishes are served on sustainable ceramic, and the atmosphere feels intimate compared to the bustling buffet upstairs. But these meals come with an extra charge, worth it for those craving a quieter experience. Service varies. Some waiters remember your name and preferences. Others, clearly overworked, rush through courses with polite smiles. It's not neglect. It's simply the challenge of serving thousands every night. Buffets are lively, sometimes too lively. Children running, trays clattering, announcements humming in the background. Yet there's something authentic in it. The chaos feels like a family dinner in a giant Italian household. Coffee culture thrives on board. From creamy cappuccinos to strong espressos, caffeine flows freely. The gelato bar becomes an evening ritual for many guests. And late at night, pizza counters stay open for those who just don't want the night to end. So, is the food amazing? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But one thing's for sure, you'll never go hungry on Costa Toscana. If the days belong to the Mediterranean, the nights belong to Costa Toscana. Entertainment is one of the ship's biggest strengths. Every night something new unfolds. From live music and dance shows to themed parties, it feels like a citywide festival at sea. The Colosseo hosts breathtaking performances. Aerial acrobats twisting above glowing lights. Dancers moving to Italian pop beats. Live bands that make the crowd sing along in 10 different languages. Elsewhere, smaller venues create cozy atmospheres. A piano player in a quiet bar. A jazz trio performing under soft lights. Guests laughing over cocktails. But nightlife here isn't subtle. It's vibrant, loud, and unapologetically fun. There's a Mediterranean energy pulsing through the ship, people dancing until 2 a.m., families taking midnight walks, kids chasing each other along decks, couples sharing late-night gelato. It's not for those seeking silence. Costa Toscana's heartbeat is social, communal, and alive. And whether you join the party or watch from your balcony, you can't help but feel part of something bigger. Thousands of strangers sharing one ocean and one unforgettable night. Cruising isn't only about life on board. It's also about where the ship takes you. Costa Toscana sails across the Mediterranean, visiting some of Europe's most iconic destinations: Barcelona, Rome, Marseille, Savona, Palermo, Naples, and beyond. Each morning you wake up in a new city, a new culture, a new slice of history. Stepping off the ship is both liberating and slightly chaotic. Disembarkation crowds can test your patience, but once you're outside, the reward is immense. You wander through cobblestone streets, savor espresso in a local cafe, or get lost among Roman ruins. The cruise gives you a taste of Europe, not enough to know every city deeply, but enough to fall in love with many. The excursions organized by Costa are convenient, though often pricey. Independent exploration can be more authentic but requires planning. Many guests mix both. Official tours for some ports, self-guided walks for others. By evening, you return to the ship, tired, sun-kissed, satisfied. As the gangway lifts and the horn sounds, the city fades into twilight and the sea takes over again. It's in these transitions that you feel the true poetry of cruising, the slow rhythm of leaving one world behind and waking up to another. Each port adds another layer to the story of Costa Toscana, a ship that doesn't just float through water, but through cultures, cuisines, and memories. But let's be honest, not everything on Costa Toscana sparkles. The ship is stunning, yes, but perfection doesn't exist here. Crowds are constant. Elevators are packed, buffets overflow, and deck chairs disappear early in the morning. Finding quiet space can feel like a treasure hunt. Service, though generally friendly, is inconsistent. Some staff go above and beyond, while others, clearly exhausted, move at a slower pace. The Wi-Fi, limited and expensive. Connecting one device at a time might remind you that you're in the middle of the sea, disconnected from the digital world, whether you like it or not. Disembarkation days are chaotic. Announcements echo, luggage clogs hallways, and everyone seems to forget patience. It's the least glamorous moment of the journey. Food, while plentiful, isn't always exceptional. There are hits and misses, sometimes brilliant Italian dishes, other times bland options that feel mass-produced. And for English-only travelers, communication can occasionally be tricky. Costa's multilingual environment is charming, but not every interaction flows smoothly. None of this ruins the trip. But they're the honest truths that balance the dream. Costa Toscana isn't about flawless luxury. It's about vivid, imperfect beauty, like Italy itself. If you're planning to sail Costa Toscana, here are the lessons worth remembering. Book specialty dining early. The best spots fill fast. Avoid the buffet during peak times. Late breakfasts are calmer. Carry a refillable water bottle. Hydration stations are scattered, but sometimes hidden. Choose midship cabins for less motion and noise. Bring a small extension cord. Outlets are limited. If you crave quiet, explore the promenade deck early morning or late evening. Pre-purchase Wi-Fi and excursions online. It's cheaper than on board. Learn a few Italian phrases. A simple grazie or buonasera goes a long way. Finally, embrace the spirit of the ship. Costa Toscana isn't meant to be silent luxury. It's meant to be alive. Come with realistic expectations, patience, and an open heart, and you'll leave with unforgettable memories. So after a full week aboard, what's the final verdict? Costa Toscana is a paradox, a masterpiece of design that occasionally struggles with its own size. It's a cruise that offers both magic and mayhem, beauty and chaos. If you crave structure, silence, and personal attention, this may not be your perfect match. But if you crave culture, variety, and energy, you'll love every minute of it. The ship itself is breathtaking. Its architecture, art, and atmosphere capture the soul of modern Italy. From sunrise reflections on glass walls to late-night laughter echoing through corridors, it's a place where life never stops moving. Would I sail again? Yes, but not expecting perfection. I'd sail again for the sunsets, the laughter, the spontaneous dance parties, and the people from every corner of the world sharing one horizon. Because Costa Toscana, like the country it represents, isn't flawless, but it's full of heart. This isn't just a cruise ship. It's a living, floating expression of Italy. Bold, passionate, beautiful, and sometimes chaotic. So, if you ever find yourself standing at the port, watching its golden decks gleam under the sun, remember this: it's not about escaping life. It's about living it, fully, loudly, unapologetically. And that's what it's really like on Costa Toscana. If you found this review helpful, make sure to subscribe for more honest cruise stories from around the world. Drop a comment below if you've sailed Costa Toscana. I'd love to hear your experiences too. Until next time, may your seas be calm, your sunsets golden, and your next adventure even better than the last.